Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, we are group 1. With me, Alma Sulaiman, and my team, Cepi, Panji, and Wahyu. Today I will show you how to operate Operation Microsoft Word. Here we will present about how to operate Microsoft Word. Introduce. Here we will not provide a simple tutorial as the title of the presentation. We will provide some tips and tricks on how to operate Microsoft Word, namely how to open Microsoft Word, how to type properly and correctly, how to give format text, how to insert image and save, how to set layout, how to make a table of content, how to save, print, and export to PDF, and how to fix problematic Microsoft Office, including Word. Well, the first thing I will say for myself is about how to open Microsoft Word on your computer. The first way, how to open from the desktop. Step 1, hover your mouse over the Microsoft Word shortcut on the desktop. Step 2, double-click the Microsoft Word. Step 3, Microsoft Word will open. Second way, how to open from menu. Step 1, this method is almost the same as the previous method. Hover your mouse over the Microsoft Word shortcut on the desktop. Step 2, right-click on the Microsoft Word shortcut. Step 3, then click the Open menu. Step 4, Microsoft Word will open. Third way, how to open from Start Program. Step 1, click the Start button which is located on the left-hand bottom corner on your desktop or laptop. Step 2, in this section, you just need to find an application from Microsoft Word. Scroll down to the Microsoft Office folder and click it. Select Microsoft Word, but under Windows 7, you have to click the All Programs button just above the Start button before looking for the Microsoft Word folder. More on how to type properly and correctly will be presented by Cepi.
How to type properly and correctly. Next. Number 1. Learning to type. That's the position in which your fingers will rest between keystrokes. No matter what the part of the keyboard you're using, your fingers will always come back to rest in this position. First, place your right index finger on the J key and let the other three fingers fall naturally onto K, L, and semicolon keys respectively. Place your left index finger on the F key and let the other three fingers fall naturally onto D, S, and A keys respectively. Both thumbs should rest on the spacebar, but only the right thumb should key it. And then, you should feel a raised bump on both the F and J keys. This will allow your fingers to find a home position without having to look at the keyboard. Next, number 2, tip each key from left to right. Type each letter covered by the fingers in the home position, going from left to right. A, S, D, F, G, K, L, semicolon. You shouldn't have to move your fingers from their home position. Just press the keys they are resting on. Next. Number 3. Repeat, but this time capitalize. Repeat the stem above, but this time in capital letters. A, S, D, F, J, K, L, colon. Use the shift key to capitalize rather than the caps lock. Push the shift key by moving only your nearest pinky fingers and pressing and holding it while pushing the desired letter with your other hand. In other words, when the letter you would like capitalized is typed with your left hand. You press the right shift key with your right pinky. When the letter you would like capitalized is typed with your right hand, you press the left shift key with your left pinky. Next. 4. Become familiar with the rest of the alphabet. Learn when each letter is positioned on the keyboard and use the nearest finger to contact each key. The thumbs are never nearest finger. They are used only onto the spacebar. First, Q, A, and Z are typed with the left pinky, and so are the tabs, caps locks, and shift keys. Then W, S, and X are typed with left right finger. E, D, and C are typed with left middle finger. R, F, V, B, G, and T are typed with left index finger. Your thumb should never leave the spacebar. U, J, N, M, H, and Y are typed with your right index finger. I, K, and keys with comma and quotation are typed with the right middle finger. O, L, and keys with quotation and period are typed with the right finger. The right pinky finger is used for typing P, semicolon, colon, double quotations mark, a quotation marks, slash, question marks, square brackets, brace, reverse dash, and is used for pressing the shift, enter, and backspace keys. Next. Number 5. Type your first sentence. Starting from the home position, type "the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog." The sentence contains every letter in alphabet, so it's a perfect sentence for practicing the correct finger positions. Type the sentence over and over, watching your fingers to make sure they go to the right keys, and immediately return to home position. Once you begin to feel comfortable with the way your fingers are moving, try to look at the screen while you type rather than looking at the keyboard. This is known as touch typing. More on how to give format to text will be presented by Wahyu Safizal.
How to give format to text. Next, M1 format text. And 1 select the text you want to format. 2 select a single word, double click it to select a line of text, click to the left of it. And 2 select an option to change the font size, font color, or make the text bold, italic, or underline. Next. And 2 copy formatting. 1 step, select the text with the formatting you want to copy. Steps 2, click format pointer and then select the text you want to copy the formatting to. And tips, double click format pointer if you want to copy the formatting in more than one list. For 2 more, how to insert image and save will be presented by Panji.
Next, how to insert image. To insert picture on the worksheet according to produce, you can follow the step. Step 1. First, open your Microsoft Office Word worksheet. Step 2. Then click Insert on the Microsoft Word menu bar. Step 3. In the column or group illustration, there is a choice of picture, clip art, shape, smart art, and chart. Select picture to insert an image. Step 4. Next, you will be taken to the document or folder where you save the image to be inserted. Step 5. Find the folder where your image is located. Then click on the image to select it. Step 6. Then click Insert on the bottom menu. Step 7. The image is finished inserting. Next. How to set layout or paper size. To set paper size or page layout in Microsoft Word, follow the step. Step 1. On the Microsoft Word menu bar, select or click page layout. Step 2. In the page setup column, select the setting you want, which include orientation, size, column. Step 3. Or you can select margin to select detail from the setting. When you select the margin, there will be option down which include welding custom setting, normal, narrow, moderate, and other. But if you want to adjust the custom setting to your liking, then select custom margin on the bottom menu. Step 4. Then the page setup window will appear. There are margin, paper, and layout setting. Step 5. In the margin menu, there are margin setting, left, right, top, and bottom, orientation, portrait, and landscape, and other. Step 6. On the paper menu, we can set the paper size as we want. Click paper size to select the desired paper size, for example leather, A4, A5, legal, and other. Or we can make custom paper according to our wish by changing the width and height size. Step 7. On the layout menu, we can set the setting header and footer. Step 8. If all the settings are as you wish, then click OK. Next, how to create a table of content will be presented by Cepi.
How to make a table of contents. Next. First, insert a table of contents. A table of contents can take up a lot of space. The best place for a table of contents is a blank page near the beginning of a document. Number 1. Click in the document where you want to insert a table of contents. Number 2. Click the References tab on the ribbon. 3. Click the Table of Contents button. A gallery of built-in styles appears. You can select one of those. Browse for more tables of contents on office.com or create a custom table of content style. And then select a table of content style. The table of contents is inserted, listing all the headings in the document in outline order, as well as page number then that each heading appears on. Next, customize a table of contents. If one of the build templates isn't quite what you're looking for, you can customize a table of contents. First, click anywhere in the table of contents. Next, click the Table of Contents button. Then, select Custom Table of Contents. A dialog box opens with option to customize the appearance and behavior in the table of contents. You have the option to toggle whether page number appears and whether those page numbers are right aligned, as well as specify what sort and tab leaders appears between the heading text and the page number. You can also select whether the table of contents uses the current document stem or select another tab from the format list. Finally, you can adjust how many outlines level deep the table content should go. Next, customize the appearance of the table of contents. As you adjust the table of contents option, the preview updates to show you how the table of contents will appear. Then click OK. If you customize exciting table of contents, you need to confirm the change that you made. And then click OK. Next, update a table of contents. If the contents of the document change, you will need to update the table of contents to include new or changed information. First, click inside the table of contents. When the table of contents is selected, tabs will appear above it with option to change or update the table. Then, click Update the Table button. A dialog box will open, asking how you want to update the table. Then select what you want to update. Update page number only. This option will update the page number, but not the headings. Use this option if you made a text section, but haven't added new heading or reordered existing ones. Or update the entire table. This option will update both heading and page numbers. Use these options if you added new headings or recorded existing ones. And then click OK. Next, how to save, print, and export PDFs will be presented by Wahyu Saprizal.
How to save, print, and export PDF. Next, how to save. First step, save your documents so you don't lose all your handwork. Then print it to share it with others. And 2, save your document. And 3, click File, Save. Pick a browser to a folder. Type a name for your document in the file name box and click Save. And 4, save your work as you go. Hit Ctrl plus S of done. Next, how to print. Before you print, you can preview your document and specify which page you want to print. Preview your document in one step. Select File, next Print, and to step to preview a spec, select the forward and backward arrow at the bottom of the page and the tab. If the text is too small to read, use the zoom slider at the bottom of the text to enlarge it. And for tab, just the number of copies and any other option you want and select the print button. And 5 step, if you want a more specific one to print this, please search on Google. Next, how to convert to PDF. Converting a Microsoft Word document to PDF format is very easy. Beginning with Word 2010, Microsoft has included a free PDF conversion tool which allow you to save your document in PDF format. And one step, open your Word document and click the File button in the upper left corner. And to step, click the Save As button in Word 2013. You will also need to click the Browse button on the Save As screen. And 3 step, next to save as type, select PDF, then name your file and pay attention to where you are saving it. When you are done, click Save. For more, the last one will be presented by Alma.
How to fix problematic Microsoft Office, including Word. Have you ever had problem when using Microsoft Office? Like suddenly Office can be opened? If yes, then here is how to fix it. the first thing you type is Control Panel in the search on the Start menu. Then open the Control Panel. Next, click on Program and select the programs and features. Then click on the Microsoft Office, then select Change. Then a dialog like this will appear. Here you can choose Quick Repair for fix most issue quickly without the need an internet connection, and Online Repair for fix all issue but takes a little longer, requires an internet throughout. For example, here I will choose Quick Repair. Wait for the process to complete. That's how to fix problem with Microsoft Office including Word. That's it, the way to operate Microsoft Word. Happily useful. That's all of our presentation. Thanks for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.